What if the key to a truly happy life isn't found in chasing pleasure, but in avoiding pain? In a world obsessed with instant gratification and relentless hustle, we often forget the simple wisdom of ancient philosophers. While modern culture defines happiness as a pursuit, more wealth, more power, more achievement, the Greek philosopher Epicurus proposed a radically different path. Happiness not through excess, but through tranquility and the absence of suffering. His two central concepts, Ataraxia, the serenity of the mind, and Aponia, the absence of physical pain, form the foundation of Epicurean ethics. Though often misunderstood, Epicurus wasn't advocating for indulgent hedonism. Rather, he offered a nuanced, deeply reflective approach to life that still resonates today. Welcome to Unfolding Journey, where philosophy meets modern life. We dive deep into ancient wisdom and uncover timeless insights for living better, thinking clearer, and growing stronger. If you're someone who craves deeper meaning in a noisy world, you've found your tribe. Who was Epicurus? Epicurus, 341 to 270 BCE, was a Greek philosopher who founded Epicureanism, one of the major schools of Hellenistic philosophy. Contrary to popular belief, Epicurus did not preach unchecked indulgence. He was not a patron saint of wine-soaked parties or endless pleasures. In fact, Epicurus believed the simplest pleasures were the most reliable path to peace. His philosophy was grounded in materialism, the belief that the universe is composed of atoms and void, and in the idea that the gods, if they exist, are indifferent to human affairs. But more than metaphysics, Epicurus was concerned with the ethical question. How should we live? The goal of life, eudaimonia via pleasure. Epicurus identified pleasure, hedon, as the highest good and the natural goal of life. But he made a crucial distinction between types of pleasures. Some are fleeting and lead to pain, others are stable and enduring. He divided pleasures into kinetic pleasures, active pleasures like eating when hungry or drinking when thirsty, and katastematic pleasures, the passive state of satisfaction when our needs are fulfilled. The ultimate form of pleasure, he argued, was not intense stimulation, but freedom from disturbance, a state of ataraxia, and aponia, freedom from bodily pain. What is ataraxia? Ataraxia is a state of mental tranquility, where the mind is undisturbed by fear, anxiety, or irrational desire. The word literally means not disturbed. For Epicurus, this was the pinnacle of happiness. He believed much of our psychological suffering comes from two sources: fear of the gods, fear of death. Epicurus tackled these fears head-on. He argued the gods do not interfere in human life. He taught that death is nothing to us, since when we die, we no longer have consciousness, and thus cannot suffer. By removing these deep-seated fears, Epicurus believed the mind could attain a state of calm, free from existential dread. In today's world, ataraxia might look like inner peace despite chaos, clarity in the face of social pressure, and emotional resilience during turbulent times. It's the mental stillness that allows us to enjoy life's simple pleasures without being ruled by them. What is aponia? If ataraxia is about the soul, aponia concerns the body. It refers to the absence of physical pain. Epicurus believed that without pain, we are naturally in a state of bodily pleasure. Aponia is not about indulging every craving, but about reaching a stable condition where no needs go unmet and no desires create unnecessary discomfort. For Epicurus, bodily health and moderation were key. Overeating, excessive drinking, or indulgent behavior often lead to long-term suffering. The goal was to minimize desires, so we need less to be satisfied. The ideal life, then, was a simple life where basic needs are met, the body is free of suffering, and the mind is undisturbed. The interdependence of ataraxia and aponia. Though distinct, ataraxia and aponia are deeply connected. You cannot enjoy mental peace if your body is racked with pain, and constant physical discomfort can stir mental anxiety. Conversely, worry, guilt, or stress can manifest as physical tension or illness. Epicurus argued that a wise person learns to reduce unnecessary desires, choose pleasures wisely, accept pain when it leads to greater pleasure or long-term health. He encouraged practical wisdom, phronesis, the ability to judge which desires are natural and necessary, and which are vain or harmful. For example, eating when hungry is a natural and necessary desire. Craving luxury foods every day is a vain desire that may ultimately cause more pain than pleasure. Epicurus taught that learning to distinguish between these would lead us toward a balanced life, one in which ataraxia and aponia coexist. Epicurean ethics in today's world. Epicurus's ethics may seem simple, but they are radically powerful in today's overstimulated world. Minimalism? Epicurus was there first. Mindfulness? Ataraxia encapsulates it. Healthy living? Aponia demands it. Imagine a lifestyle where you're not constantly chasing dopamine, not trapped by fear of missing out, and not comparing your life to others online. That's the Epicurean ideal. Rather than pursuing hedonistic highs, Epicurus invites us to reflect on what truly brings peace. Avoid what causes disturbance. Live wisely and moderately. This doesn't mean avoiding all pleasures. It means being intentional about them. Epicurus famously said, "If you wish to be rich, do not add to your money, but subtract from your desires." That's not austerity, it's wisdom. Misconceptions about Epicurus. Epicurus's reputation has suffered due to misinterpretation. His philosophy was wrongly labeled as hedonistic in the vulgar sense. But the truth is far more nuanced. He was an advocate of moderation, friendship, contemplation, simplicity. He ran a philosophical community known as the Garden, where people of all backgrounds could gather and live by these values. Unlike many ancient schools, women and slaves were welcome in Epicurus's community. He envisioned a life not of withdrawal from society, but of intentional living, where the mind and body are cared for in equal measure. Final reflections, the lasting wisdom of Ataraxia and Aponia. In the end, Epicurus offers not just a philosophy, but a lifestyle, one that modern psychology and wellness movements are only now catching up to. Ataraxia and Aponia are not unreachable ideals. They are states we can cultivate slowly but steadily, by removing the clutter of unnecessary desires, rejecting harmful fears, and embracing the ordinary moments of peace and satisfaction. Happiness is not something you chase. It's something you allow when you clear the obstacles from your path. If this journey into the tranquil world of Epicurean ethics has sparked your curiosity, or perhaps made you reflect on your own pursuit of happiness, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Backhand index pointing right, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss another step on the unfolding journey. Remember, happiness isn't found in more, it's found in less.